Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Courthouse Hotel in London, ahead of a very, very special event. The first one of 2018. I think probably our favourite venue in the country, the O2 Arena. Been the home of some wonderful nights over the years, and this is going to be another one on Saturday night, live and exclusive on Sky Sports. When we was negotiating with both camps, I said, nah, this isn't an O2 fight. This is more of a York Hall fight. And it's not often I'm wrong, but oh man was I wrong. This has gone nuts. Absolutely nuts. I don't know if it's the curiosity of if Lawrence Okolie is the real deal, or if it's maybe the slight underdog of Isaac Chamberlain. Can he derail the hype? Is it my co-promoter, Anthony Joshua? I don't know, but I don't care, because he's going to be packed on Saturday night at the O2. We've got a fantastic card with some tremendous fighters on the card from top to bottom, and this is going to be a night that we're really, really going to enjoy. Before I talk about the fighters on the card, as always, we wouldn't be here without our broadcast partner. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. 4 or 5 years ago, boxing was on its knees. There wasn't one broadcaster out there, other than Sky Sports, that wanted to stick one penny into the sport. And just because we've made it sexy again, you're all coming back. Well, this is where it started, and this is where it will stay. The head of boxing for Sky Sports, Adam Smith.
Thank you, Eddie. 2017 was wonderful. 2018 is going to be even better. We're getting off to an absolute flyer. As Eddie said, this was deemed a York Hall fight. 1,500, 2,000 people maybe. I think we're going to have 8,000 there at the O2 on Saturday night. It's absolutely terrific. It makes a number of points, actually. One is 2 unbeaten fighters putting it all on the line at an early stage of their careers, which I think is wonderful to see. I think secondly, a narrative. They don't like each other. They've both gone to social media, which has really driven the fight. And thirdly, I think we haven't had a big boxing show for a number of weeks, and people are absolutely desperate to get back to a big event. And it's a fantastic night. There's a stack of talent on the card. Of course, Anthony Joshua will be there. Tony Bentley's joining us for commentary. He can't wait. I saw David Hay earlier. He can't wait for this fight. And I know all of you can't either. Lawrence Okolie or Isaac Chamberlain. And maybe it'll be the start of 2, 3, a trilogy. Who knows? I think it's going to be really, really special. And I'm really happy it's happening.
Thanks, Adam. So much talent, as I said, on the card on Saturday night. Many of those here, some making their way down tonight and tomorrow for the Wayne. Charlie Edwards, former world title challenger and British super flyweight champion. Paul Butler, former world champion. Gamal Yafai, Commonwealth super bantamweight champion as well. Nick Webb, undefeated heavyweight prospect. Felix Cash, joining us down here, I believe is one of the most exciting middleweights out there right now. Danny Dignam, coming in, selling huge amounts of tickets, great support, starting to make big pushes in the division as well. And Felix, going to start with you. Your first step up to 8 rounds, first real live opponent, and looking forward to a big start to 2018.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, looking forward to stepping up now and you know, going through the rounds and then put me in a good position for titles after this one. So what I've got to do is go in there, stay focused, and do the job of them. You know, all the hard work I've been putting in the gym. I know how good I am with what I've been doing in the gym, so I've just got to take that into the ring and stay focused and do the job of it.
Every division right now red hot in British boxing. Domestically, the middleweight's no different. How far do you see yourself away from not just the top guys, but certainly British title level in 2018?
Well, obviously I've got to take 5 by 5, and you know, you can't underestimate anyone. You've got to do the job in there. So, you know, getting him out of the way on Saturday night, and then you know, having another maybe 2 fights after that. By the end of the summer or the end of this year, I'll be looking, you know, for maybe put myself in position for a British title, or even challenge for by the end of the year. So that's what I'd like to do. But obviously, you got to take it step by step.
Danny, number 02 appearance for you. You boxed here before, looking for a big 2018 and remaining unbeaten.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to fighting. It was a shame about my opponent pulled out on Wednesday. That would have been a good test for me in my first 6th rounder. But unfortunately he's injured, and now I've got a late replacement, but I just got to rise to the occasion and put on a good performance.
Our first TV fight on Sky Sports main event on Saturday night will be a fantastic Commonwealth featherweight title fight between champion Rhys Bellotti and Ben Jones. This is going to be all action, absolutely electric. Both guys love to go out and really have a fight. I think Rhys Bellotti is one of the hardest punchers worldwide in the featherweight division. 11 wins, 10 KOs. Epic fight with Jason Cunningham at Okolie last time out. Was behind on the scorecards and came back with a brilliant stoppage victory. Ben, firstly for you, I've seen your team on social media. I know you put the work in. I believe you've had camp out in Thailand for this fight. Big fight for you and taking it very, very seriously.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm taking it very seriously. It's a great opportunity for me. O2 Arena, what a fantastic venue. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great fight for the fans. I mean, Rhys, I'm sure we'll make a big show of it. It'll be a great fight. Both can punch a bit. Both got amazing work rates. Big cracking. Good fight. And also huge support for you coming down. Sold a lot of tickets, and Rhys sold a lot of tickets as well. And feel like a little bit of justice potentially after you feel you beat Cunningham for that Commonwealth title last time. That's right. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I believe that's my belt. So this time it's time to make it right. So there you go. Rhys, I can't lie, last time your call, through 4 or 5 rounds, I was a little bit worried. Cunningham was boxing beautifully in that fight, and then all of a sudden you came back with just one of the most exciting stoppages of the year, and now another step up for you on the O2 card.
No, exactly, yeah. And every fight is going to be different, just like that one was, but we kind of knew that was the way it was going to go. But this fight, obviously everyone knows mine and Ben's style, so it's going to make for a great fight, and hopefully it'll be exciting one for people to watch. Obviously known as a huge puncher, but working hard with Jimmy Mack on your boxing skills as well. This time, styles will gel a lot better than the Cunningham fight, and it's going to be explosive. Yeah, 100%. Obviously, that's not all I can do is just punch, and I've been practicing on different things with Jim Mack in the gym. We're always constantly working on technique and other different things with footwork and things like that. So, but yeah, like you say, our styles will definitely gel, and it's going to be a great fight. Looking forward to that one for the Commonwealth featherweight title. Every now and again you watch a fight, it's like poetry in motion. And that's how I feel about Joshua Buatsi. Honestly, I watched this boy at the Rio Olympics. I was sitting on the sofa with my old man, and he turned to me and said, "You have to sign this kid." And after a few quid and a lot of phone calls and meetings, we got there. And he's grown a lot of facial hair since, but he's the same beast as he was in Rio, if not better. And I honestly believe this is one of the biggest prospects in world boxing. Not to put any pressure on you, but on a serious note, absolute joy to watch this young man fight. It's going to be a fantastic 2018. Josh, kicking off Saturday night, back at the O2 where you made your debut.
Yeah, first of all, thanks everyone for coming. I was just saying to Lawrence before I started, congratulating him because he's produced this. Matchroom, Sky Sports, they've all done it, but it's because of the interest from Lawrence and Isaac. So credit to both of them. Back to myself, there's not pressure, Eddie saying I'm the most this and that prospect or whatever. What happened in Rio happened. I'm a professional now. This is the next stage for me. So for me, it's due to me to go out there and make great impressions. So the guy I've got on Saturday, good guy, got a winning record, fantastic. He's coming to win. That's good. I don't have a lot to say. I've done the training, the beard's out. Like I said yesterday, still a 10 out of 10. When I get the trim, it's going to be a 12 out of 10 minimum. We're going to get that done and we're just going to go out there and perform. I don't have much to say, to be honest. Camp's over now, so I'm just looking forward to fighting.
The boxing world's changing. The fans are having more of a say than ever, of course, with the growth of social media. We're seeing fights like Okolie Chamberlain happen faster. You're seeing your Rio Olympian friends, Josh Kelly, Joe Caldina, stepping up really faster than ever now. And a couple more for you, and you're going to be in that title mix in 2018 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I keep saying, they're moving at a rate which I would say is probably quicker than myself. But what I do know is that when my opportunities come and when I'm stepped up and the titles come, I will grasp them with both hands. Leading to the Olympics, I probably wasn't looked at or considered, but I knew the timing would be right. Keep doing your thing, put your head down, when opportunity comes, you take it. So a bit like this, I'm sure you, my managers, everyone will guide me correctly, and when opportunity comes, I'll take it.
I can't wait to see you back in action, and I can't wait to see your career progress. Fantastic talent. Now, on to another title fight, the WBA Super Welterweight title, intercontinental fight, and we've worked with this man for a long, long time, and I can't help but say I've got a soft spot for him. We all remember that epic fight with Kell Brook, seems like many years ago now. The rematch outdoors at Craven Park, the first round stoppage victory for him against Brian Rose in Blackpool. Blimey, that was an awkward one. Then the rematch, coming back, also Ben Hall was the test for Carson Jones. In a similar kind of situation to the fight with Ted Cheeseman on Saturday. Ben Hall was an undefeated fighter, the hype was there, he believed he could step up and move to the next level. Carson Jones came over and won in great style that time. I thought it was very hard done by in his last fight against Antonio Margarito. But what I like about Carson Jones is, he's here to win every single time. And like I said about Joshua Buatsi and Lawrence Okolie and Isaac Chamberlain, you do your apprenticeship and then that's it, mate. It's all up to you. You're in the deep end. And that's exactly what this fight is about on Saturday night. Is it too early for Ted Cheeseman? Is he good enough to mix with a very good fighter in Carson Jones? Is he tough enough? Does he have the chin? We'll find out. But one man that is here to win, and always a pleasure to have him back, Carson. Welcome back, and you're ready to go on Saturday night.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. First of all, I just want to thank everybody involved with the promotion, my team, of course. I see Team Jones is kind of growing with Mr. Duracell over here, so good luck to him too. We're prepared. We're ready for the fight. You know, the hard work is done. We're just waiting for Saturday night. And you know, I spent a lot of time trying to think of some cheese jokes, but I just realized I don't even like cheese. So Saturday night, we gotta handle that, and you know, I'm prepared and ready, and hopefully he is too. Thank you.
Carson, when you took on Ben Hall, the same kind of similar amount of fights. How important is your experience going into this fight against someone like Ted?
I think the experience plays a big role. He's obviously a young, hungry fighter, and I expect him to bring the best, but I think the lack of experience is what's going to play a major key.
Ted, I'm so excited for this fight for you, mate. I know you've been waiting to be let off the leash for a long time now. I saw you at the workout yesterday, you did your session, then you went and done about another 7 sessions after. This can't come quick enough for you on Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait, to be honest. I've got all respect for Carson Jones, but everyone goes on about all these fights. Years ago, he's had a lot of hard fights, he's had a lot of years, a lot of tough fights, and you know what, you can't last forever. And he's 31, he's not that old, but he's had hard fights, and it takes a lot out of you. And I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm ready, I'm hungry, and I just think he's going to be too slow and too old. He's had too much to out of him, and I just think Saturday night he thinks he's getting in there with a young 22-year-old boy, but you don't realise how strong I am, how tough I am, how good my chin is. And I'll show him on Saturday night, and I'm going to go out and make a statement and prove how good I am to everyone.
It's a strange game where you could be excited about going in there with someone that's actually going to hit you back.
Yeah.
And someone that's going to try and put you on the back foot. But I get the feeling you are excited by that. You are excited by the challenge of having to show how good you are, and the challenge to overcome someone that is coming to fight back on Saturday night.
Yeah, I love when there's a doubt, when there's people thinking, is he going to be ready? Is he good enough? Is he not? I've trained hard. I've been an athlete since 12 years old, and it's my time to shine on Saturday night. And I'm going to show everyone how good I really am. And I can't wait for him to come and give me them first couple of rounds where he's tough. But we'll see how it goes. There's 10 rounds, and I'll make sure it's going to be tough for him every round. And I'm going to win all the rounds, and I'm going to show him how good I am. And see if he's still got that engine he did have. See when he starts taking the shots, does he think, I've already had 12 losses, let's just leave it there, it's getting too hard of a night, let's forget it, or let's see if he sticks in there for the whole time.
I know Carson Jones, he'll be trying to stick in there for the whole time, and I can't wait to see the challenge for you on Saturday, Ted. Now, the main event, the big one. You know, when you get a great fight, everyone's debating it. Fighters, reporters, commentators, fans across social media, and that's what everyone's done in this fight. The crowd is going to be absolutely incredible on Saturday night. The viewing figures are going to be absolutely incredible. And when you think it's a fight between a 7-0 and a 9-0, it's incredible to think about the hype and the interest that this fight has created, but it is because it's a great fight. It's a great fight between two very, very good young cruiserweights. You know, you have the power of Lawrence Okolie, you have the speed and the technical ability of Isaac Chamberlain coming together. People are talking about Okolie early or Chamberlain late. You know, how hard is Chamberlain going to be to hit? Can Chamberlain handle the power of Lawrence Okolie? So many questions going to be answered, and I just cannot wait for this fight on Saturday night. We're going to start with the trainers. Firstly, Ted. This is family for you, so obviously it's even more important than normal. And ready to go on Saturday night. I know you guys have had great sparring, great camp. You've been there before in big fights yourself. This is going to be electric on Saturday.
Yeah, glory to God first. And yeah, it's a good opportunity for Isaac for this fight. And we believe, I just want to confirm this, to change this a bit heavy. I keep hearing that people keep saying that Okolie in the first or second round and Isaac later on. I don't think so, because nobody never experienced Isaac's power. Isaac has got so much power, so he's got everything together. We might as well call it Isaac first or two rounds. Okolie might go down for this fight, and then at the end, if he survives, then it's gonna have to be a later round.
How do you see the fight playing out tactically? I know you're not going to give your tactics away, but do you think both fighters can handle the pressure and stick to a game plan, or do you think the crowd, the atmosphere, the occasion will mean that may go out the window?
Isaac has been there before with Camacho. He's been there before, he tasted it. You know, I don't think the pressure is more or less to Okolie. You know, I don't think he's been there. He's been an amateur, as an amateur. This is professional, this is the real thing, the real deal. So if you think that he can handle the pressure and the power and the speed of Isaac, there's something coming.
Finally, prediction for Saturday night, how does it all end?
I got two predictions, I can't do one. I think it might be early, or if he survives, he's going to end up 7-8.
But stoppage win?
Stoppages.
Brian, you get to feel that power every day. But you've been wanting to step Lawrence up for a while now, and this is big stuff.
Yeah, so when I first started training Lawrence, I said to him, I don't think there's no one on these shores that can beat him, and I still feel that now. So fighting Isaac is not a problem for me at all.
Obviously, they've had a great camp, and Isaac's looking very sharp. What's the difficulties that Lawrence faces, and what's the problems that Isaac's going to have to face?
Right, well, when I look at Isaac, I don't look at what he does well, I look at what he doesn't do. And is it that he doesn't do it, or is it that he can't do it? So on Saturday, we'll find out. We'll find out if he can't do what he doesn't do.
Isaac, it's been a mad build-up to this fight. I've seen you almost grow in the build-up to this fight. This is what you want, isn't it? This is what being a fighter is all about, being the big nights, belts on the line, big domestic rivalries as well. A couple of days to go before that big moment when you both walk out of the O2.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I've prepared diligently in camp, you know, and I'm just rearing to go. You know, the talking's done. You know, I'm tired of talking. Certain other people just keep talking on social media about, yeah, Olympics, but you know what? This is different. You know, this is the professional game, and I'm ready. I'm surprised he didn't wear his Olympic tracksuit with him, because that's all he talks about. So, right.
What are you going to do on Saturday night? What do you need to do to beat Lawrence Okolie? Do you need to box him? Do you need to turn it into a dogfight?
Win at all costs, just win. That's all I'm prepared to do. That's my focus, just win. Forget how it comes, I'm just going to win.
And finally, how important is it to you, not just for your career, but personally, with your support that you're bringing and everybody tuning in, how important is this fight to win on Saturday night?
Oh yeah, very important, you know. A win could put both of our careers in massive stead, you know, and make both of us stars overnight, you know, and obviously Lawrence can come back after this defeat.
And I know I said finally, but I have to ask you as well. Prediction? Your coach Tebbutt says it doesn't go the distance and you win by knockout. Do you feel the same way?
Well, there's always a plan A, plan B, plan C, whichever plan I have to use, and adapt to get him out of there. I'll use. So it will definitely be a stoppage.
Lawrence, time is here for you as well. You haven't had those championship rounds yet, like Isaac has, and you're going up many, many levels on Saturday night, but you believe you're ready for action at the O2.
Yeah, it's all about believing in myself. Isaac's got people like Ted lying to him, he's got strength conditioning lying to him, he's got friends around him that aren't really his friends lying to him. So over all that time, it's building them up to the point where you look at reality and then you have to look at just make believe. So the reality is Isaac and Ted talking about power, stoppages, so on and so forth. And then I actually look back and I watch Isaac's fights and I watch the reality of standing in front of me and I think, okay, he's taken X amount of rounds. Like his strategy to stop people is the same every single time, which is possum, get in there, they get tired, then he gets a stoppage. So I think that the problem with Isaac and Ted is that they're looking at what Lawrence, they're planning on winning this fight on what I don't do or I don't do well, if that makes sense. So it's not Isaac so good, it's Lawrence is going to get tired late or Lawrence is going to make this mistake, that mistake. But really and truly, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to be the exact same way that I always am, which is ferocious and explosive early. So if Isaac's got power, we'll find out. If I've got power, we'll find out and we'll see who's going to be able to take a few shots and who isn't.
This feels a lot like another great domestic rivalry fight, anti-Joshua against Dillian White, the O2. We just saw the game plan, everything go out the window, and it ended up being a street fight. Does that happen on Saturday, or is it important to keep your composure?
It depends how I feel in the change room, because I'm usually quite calm all the way up until I get to the change room, and then I make my mind up while we're in there. In terms of game plans, yeah, there's set stuff, you know what I mean? And we've watched a lot of what Chamberlain does, what Chamberlain doesn't do, when he does it, when he feels good, when he doesn't feel good, how he reacts when he gets hit with a shot, how he reacts when he hits people with a shot. So basically, I know Isaac probably better than Ted does, and I'm going to show it.
Do you believe that Isaac Chamberlain can take your power?
I don't personally think that many people can take my power. The question is, can I land? Yes. Will I land? Yes. But I'm not expecting to go in there and hit him with the first punch and to go down, because you show mental fortitude time and time again. So I'm expecting a hard fight, but at the same time, I'm reminding everyone here, I'm a human being, same as Isaac. So the reality is, when I land, and it's probably going to be the right hand, like everyone knows, when I land with my right hand flush for the first time, we'll find out what's going to happen. Because what I believe is really going to happen, because Ted is talking a lot of rubbish, what's really going to happen is I'm going to get in there and I'm going to start hitting Isaac, and Isaac is going to go to the corner, and all the game plans that they thought about, Ted's going to be like, okay, blah, 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 get close, work the body. And Isaac's going to be thinking to himself, hold on a second, like, I take punches when I'm making my way in there, oh, it hurts, blah, blah, blah. So it's one thing to say levels professional boxing. One more thing I'm going to say about facts versus reality is that we talk about championship rounds, etc., etc. Isaac has been the championship rounds one time against Wally Camacho, and it wasn't a very fit, composed performance. And what I will not allow to happen is that shut up, I'm not talking.
You need to drink some water.
Listen, what I'm not going to allow to happen is the outside world to affect how the fight's really going to go, because the narrative of Isaac late me early is complete nonsense, and you'll see why.
And finally, I asked those guys, Brian, how does the fight end on Saturday night?
If it goes past 3 rounds, he's done well. If it goes to 10 rounds, he's done very well.
Lawrence, stoppage win?
Yeah, 100% a stoppage win, 100%. But to be fair, I think that ending it in 1 or 2 rounds is a disappointment. Not only to myself and the fans, but because it's very easy to overcome, getting stopped in 1 round. What needs to happen is Isaac needs to be battered from 1 to maybe 8 rounds. That's how I see it.
Isaac, not in the game plan?
Your game plan's not going to work, you're rubbish.
You just talk too much.
Your game plan's not going to work.
You look like you didn't even train. Yes,
Ted,
what are you talking about?
Ted.
Why are you mentioning Ted?
Ted, I want to remind you something, Ted. You said if Isaac doesn't stop me, you're going to quit boxing. And because of the way that you've come and approached it here today, I'm going to make sure you stick to that.
Listen, why are you calling my name for?
Ted.
I reach out and kiss you. You know, stop calling my name, brother. You know, talk to Isaac.
Okay. The talking is nearly done. And again, I can't wait for this fight. I want to just say one thing, because when two fighters who you work with come together at this stage in their career, put it all on the line, you know, both of you guys have a huge future in this sport, and I take my hat off to you, as everybody in boxing should do, everyone in this room should do, that you're taking the risks, you're taking the gamble to provide entertainment for the fans, try and give the fans the fights they want to see, and ultimately trying to move to the next level, because the winner of this fight goes on to become a real star in British boxing. The loser can be too, but the winner goes on this kind of stage to be a major player in the division. So good luck both of you, may the best man win. Thank you all so much. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now, and we'll see you at the weigh-in tomorrow at the O2 Arena.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.